good, everybody? It's your girlfriend Trinilla here, and this video ends when I guess 7 USA license plates in a row. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Alright, we've got a little bit of blue at the top and white at the bottom. It makes me think Connecticut or Illinois. What are the vibes of this place? I think I'll go Illinois, is more likely. Alright, cool. We were in Illinois, so Illinois is one of the two license plates. I think they have that blue to white gradient that looks similar. At least this one on the left. I think the white to blue gradient is different from Connecticut. But Illinois and Connecticut, I kind of get mixed up sometimes. So, blue, white, then yellow. Maybe Pennsylvania? No, this is all yellow. All yellow is, I think this is Alaska, right? I'm like, the mountains are very large, and all yellow license plate is definitely found in Alaska. I think New Mexico also, maybe New York, but this is neither of those, so we will go Alaska. All right, perfect. We were in Alaska, even though we were 1,000 points off there. So Alaska license plates, there's 3 variants: yellow background, which we saw a lot of, blue to yellow gradient, which we also saw, and then kind of like an orange blur in the middle with blue on the left and right. Okay, we're 2 out of 7 so far, so maybe we'll get this on the first try. All right, we've got kind of like, it's kind of just like a white blurred license plate with a little bit of like a red on the bottom left, but I think that might be some sort of sticker and not like the license plate itself. Okay, there is a symbol in the middle which is making me think Georgia peach or Florida orange. And I see a couple of them, but then we also see other colors as well. I guess I'll go Georgia maybe because of this, but I'm not sure. We have a whole bunch of different kind of colors of license plates around. We'll see where we are. All right, nope, this is Maryland. Okay, so streak ended there. That is okay. This was the Maryland plates, and then the one on the left has the Maryland flag at the bottom, which is like the red and yellow blur, and then the one on the right has kind of like a reddish blur on the bottom left and then blue for the rest of it. Okay. Okay, blue on the bottom and white at the top. Which I think is one of the Illinois plates, but I don't feel like this is gonna be it. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. This has like a red border, but I think that's just like what's holding the license plate in, not the license plate itself. I feel like this is given more like North Dakota. I don't know if I remember what it looks like, but we'll guess here. Okay, well, it was neither of those. It was Washington. So looks like Washington also has a white to blue gradient, and that is okay. But it's kind of a paler blue than the Illinois gradient. Okay, blue to white again. So Connecticut or Illinois, I think. Unless this is a different one. I'll go Illinois. All right, perfect. 1 out of 7, we'll definitely take that. And let's keep going. Okay. Red blur kind of like in the whole middle of it, except for the top right. It seems to be maybe a little bit green. So maybe like a red-orange in the middle. I'm not entirely sure what state this is, but I feel like the only one off the top of my head that has like red text on the plate is Massachusetts, so we will go there. All right, perfect. We were in Massachusetts, so that's 2 out of 7. Kind of a white blur with like red text. Let's keep going. Why does this feel the same? Like red text blur? Do I ever just go Massachusetts again? All right, cool. 2 Massachusetts in a row, so that's 3 in a row. We'll definitely take that for sure. That is kind of blue, but kind of white. Okay. Seems to be front plates all around. But they all seem to be like kind of plain white, right? Like I don't really see another one of the blue ones like in front of us. Okay, because of like the mostly white plates around us and the fact that I saw something like Lone Star Bank and also how many pickup trucks there are and also how wide the road is, making me think Texas because I know Texas has like white plates with black text on it. So I'll go near Dallas. All right, cool. So that was a Texas license plate. I think that's 4 in a row. So we'll take that for sure. It's a little bit of like yellow, white, and then blue, right? Like a gradient. Maybe this is PA? Definitely something to blue on the license plate. A little bit of yellow at the top. Something service, but I don't know. I think I will go Pennsylvania because of the blue, white, yellow gradient, but it could not be it, so we'll see. Okay, Washington. So our shriek resets, and that is okay. I keep forgetting about Washington being that white to blue gradient. Maybe the yellow is just like the light or something I saw ahead. So we have yellow on the license plate. A little bit of green, making me think New Mexico, maybe? Green in the middle. Ooh. Green in the middle. We're in a big area. Rose something. Okay. Roseburg. But I don't know where that is. Okay. I feel like the green in the middle is making me think Oregon. Like, I feel like the Oregon plate might have a green tree in the middle. I'm not entirely sure. The all yellow plate, I think, is out of state because it doesn't seem to be, like, the majority unless it's, like, an old Oregon plate or something. But I'll go here and we'll learn where we are. Okay, cool. We were in Oregon, so I guess in the right state, so that's 1 out of 7 so far. Okay. This is a white plate with yellow and red at the bottom, which is making me think Maryland, because the Maryland flag with like the checkered pattern and stuff, so we'll go here. Alright, cool. 2 out of 7. It was Maryland. Okay, yellow at the bottom, maybe blue and white, and then green at the top right. This one is blue on the left and white on the right, which is interesting. No front plates. Okay. So, is that Overwatch? Is that an Overwatch sticker? That's kind of funny. I think this one might be PA, which I keep saying and then it keeps ending up being Washington, but let's see. Okay, no, this is Indiana. So Indiana does not require front plates, and there are 4 different kinds of plates. It looks like there's a blue to yellow, or kind of like a white to yellow, but there's like a little bit of blue because of like the outline of like the state that is there. There's 2 blue ones, one with like the flag with like the blue on the left, and then there's kind of just like a blue to green one. Okay, so a lot of different ones in Indiana. That is okay. Shriek resets. Ooh, this one is like very many colors. There's like blue and then there's like a purple / black color in the middle and then like yellow at the bottom. I feel like this is like maybe somewhere like Wyoming. I'm not entirely sure what Wyoming's license plate is, but that is the vibe I'm getting. Okay, no, it was South Dakota, but that is okay because we were in a bordering state, so we're kind of close, but it doesn't count for the streak. So South Dakota plates, kind of 2 variants. There's like the blue to white, but it's not like blue across the whole top because like the white blur starts on the top left as well. And then on the left, it's kind of like a tan brown blur with a blue on the top right. Okay. So 0 out of 7 so far. Yellow plate making me think New York, maybe? Alaska, New Mexico. I think it's New York, though, based on the climate and everything, so we'll go up here. Perfect. We were in New York. We were in Buffalo. Okay, 1 out of 7. We'll take that. Georgia or Florida because of the orange circle in the middle. Can't really see any other plates. Okay, this one is all blue and green. So I'm wondering if this is like a visiting plate or if this is like the plate that's actually supposed to like be the representation of the meta here. I think I have to go with this one because it's so like in your face at the start. So I'll go Georgia because this feels more Georgia than Florida. All right, cool. We were in Georgia, so that's 2 out of 7. It was the Georgia peach in the middle of the plate, the white blur with the orange blur in the middle. Okay. Green in the middle, making me think Oregon. Cool, that was Oregon. 3 out of 7, we'll take that. Light yellow, I think is New Jersey. Cool, we were in New Jersey and then we were more south near Vinland. And that is what, 4 out of 7 or 3 out of 7? I don't know if I'm keeping track correct. Blue to yellow. On the bottom, this one's tricky. Blue to yellow. I feel like this is like Montana or like North Dakota. I'll go like North Dakota. It was Wyoming. Okay, that's not a shriek. So that is okay. So Wyoming, a little bit of yellow on like the left side, and then on blue on the top, and then the other plate is kind of a green on the bottom, blue in the middle, and white at the top. Okay. Blue at the top, but there's kind of like a yellow orange thing in like the middle. Huh. I don't remember this one, but I feel like maybe South Dakota. Okay, cool. It was a South Dakota plate, so we'll take that 1 out of 7. Florida orange or Georgia peach? I think that's a Florida orange because it has like a little green leaf on it, but we'll see. Cool, it was Florida, so that's 2 out of 7. We'll take that for sure. Yellowish. I feel like there's something else, like another color on there. No front plate. Maybe Arizona? Does this feel like Arizona? This really can't be Arizona, can it? Okay, no front plate required. Yellow, but there's like something else in there. There's like some like, I feel like it's either like a rock formation or like a cliff or something like that. I don't know, maybe I'll go Utah. No, it was Alabama. Okay, I don't think I was ever guessing Alabama there. Didn't remember what those plates looked like. Looks like it was like a yellow and green and blue blur in one plate, and then the other one is kind of just like a mixture of colors with not really any discernible like sections, but that is okay. Yellowish plate. I think that this is Delaware, like blue with like yellow text. We'll go here. Cool, it was Delaware, so it's 1 out of 7. I got 4.9, which we'll take for sure. Dark yellow plate. I think this is New York. Okay, we were in New York, although kind of far in the state, but still the right state, so we'll take that 2 out of 7, closer to New City. Okay. Green. Blue, green, yellow. Blue, green, yellow. Maybe Alabama, but I feel like Alabama has a lot. Okay, cool. That was Alabama. So we did remember that. That is 3 out of 7. We're close to Mobile, Alabama. This is interesting. Okay. Maybe a little bit of red at the top, and then white blur mostly, and then blue on the bottom. I don't think I know this one. Yeah, I don't know what state this is. I'll go like Idaho? Sure. Okay, it was Washington. That is okay. Failed to recognize Washington again, so streak resets. Let's keep going. Okay, Georgia peach or Florida orange. Feeling a little bit more Florida from like the trees, so we'll go Florida. Cool, we were in Florida. We'll definitely take that. 1 out of 7. No front plate. Okay. Dark yellow plate. But there is kind of like a blue stripe at the bottom, so not like New York. I feel like this is like maybe one of the Dakotas? No, oh, it's Alabama. Okay. I forgot about Alabama again. Okay, so yellow, green, blue, Alabama. Green. Green, green, green license plate is Vermont or New Hampshire. I think I'll go Vermont. All right, cool. We were in Vermont, so it's 1 out of 7. All green license plate. Mostly blue with like a little bit of like yellow at the top right and a little bit of like a whitish color on the bottom left. Florida orange, maybe? Okay, 2 of the Florida orange or Georgia peach plate. I think it's an orange though, so we'll go near Florida again. Okay, we were in Florida, so that's 3 in a row. We'll take that. Red, white, and blue. Not red, white, and blue. What is that, like purple, yellow, and blue? I guess the thing in the back says Phoenix and Vegas, but I don't really know what Nevada plates look like or Arizona. I'll go Arizona. I don't even know if that truck is going to be like super helpful here, but I don't know what this plate is, so we'll see. All right, it was Idaho, so I was not getting it either way. That is okay. Let's keep going. Blue to white. Blue to white. I think this is Connecticut. Nope, it was Illinois. Okay. Kind of yellow plate, but this one's kind of like darker with like maybe white or yellow. No front plates. Okay. Is this Delaware ever? Okay, cool. It was Delaware, so 1 out of 7. We'll definitely take that. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Okay, there's like red and then white and then blue. Well, okay, so that sign says Idaho, so gonna guess we're in Idaho. I don't know if I would have guessed Idaho purely on the license plates, like if I was playing NMPZ, but I think the purpose of this video is to get better recognizing license plates, not be perfect, so also because I'm a moving main, I'll have all the other information around me as well, so definitely I'll take this 2 out of 7. Yellow, white, New York. Cool. 3 out of 7. Near Albany. Green and white? Red and white. A lot of green and white. But not like dark, dark green, so making me think New Hampshire. Cool. We're in New Hampshire, 4 out of 7. We'll take that. Bluish. Any other plates? Not really. blue with like yellow on the bottom left is like North or South Dakota, like South Dakota maybe? Wyoming. Okay, so that resets our streak. That is okay. Don't know what those are. Okay, so that flag is the Colorado flag, and that also says Colorado on it. So guessing we're in Colorado. Let's guess here. All right, cool. 1 out of 7, but I feel like that's a little bit like, I mostly use the other information, not the license plates, but that is okay. We have green in the middle, so making me think Oregon. All right, cool. 2 out of 7, we'll take that. Georgia peach or Florida orange. I think Florida orange. Okay, cool. We were in Florida, even though we only got 2,000 points. We were closer to Miami. Okay, so it's 3 out of 7. Ooh, yellow plate, but lots of snow. Don't see a lot of snow coverage in this. I think this is New York. All right, cool. 4 out of 7, kind of close to the Canada border, low key. Pale yellow is New Jersey. All right, cool. 5 out of 7. Blue to white. Blue to white. I think it is Illinois or Connecticut. Or Washington. No, Washington is white to blue. I think this feels more like Illinois than Connecticut, so I will go in Illinois. No, it's Connecticut. Okay. I really need to be able to tell the difference between Illinois and Connecticut. I feel like that is the biggest difficulty I have. Like, I know that it's one of the two. But obviously, if I'm playing moving, I'll have other clues to look around me. But those 2 plates just on their own. Wow. Okay. Blue, and then there's like an orange, like a rock formation. Maybe like a Montana combined with like everything around me. Utah. Okay. So I think the license plate on the left is the one that we just saw, kind of like the blue blur with like the orangish rock formation. And there's also like a white plate and then like a brown blur at the top of the 3rd plate and then like white blur at the bottom. Okay. Purple-ish on the bottom left, I think is Arizona. All right, cool. There was Arizona, blue, white, and a little purple on the bottom. 1 out of 7. We'll take that. Red border on the plate. No front plate. Is that blue and white, or is it just white? A little bit hard to tell because I feel like there's like a border on the license plate here. I think... What is everything around me saying? I don't know. I'll go like North Carolina. Nope, it was Colorado. Okay. So we're back to 0 out of 7, and that is okay. North Dakota, maybe? Nope, Nevada. Okay. Nevada is blue to yellow or yellow to blue. Okay. A lot of mountains in both of them. In the blurs, front plate. A yellow thing on the left, but blue on the right mostly. I don't remember. Maybe South Dakota? Wyoming. Okay. I feel like I keep mixing up like the Dakotas with Wyoming for the plates. Red on white, I think is Massachusetts. Cool. 1 out of 7, we'll take that. A little bit of purple on the bottom left. Arizona. Cool. 2 out of 7. Blue and yellow? Okay. But there's like something else in the middle. Don't know. Maybe, I don't know what this one is. Maybe like a Iowa? South Dakota. Okay, back to 0 out of 7, that is okay. The dark blue plate is making me think Delaware. All right, cool. 1 out of 7. Kind of like no front plates. Like a little bit of blue on the right and maybe the left, and then there's like some sort of like tan color in the middle. That's really only like the close-up plate we have. I don't know. Oklahoma. Okay. Georgia peach or Florida orange, but the trees are giving more Georgia, so we'll go there. It was Florida. Okay, that is okay. Blue, mostly with like yellow on the left. Wyoming. Okay, I think that's the first time I've recognized Wyoming, so we'll definitely take progress there. 1 out of 7. Mostly blue or white with like an orange rock formation thing. Okay. Maybe like South Dakota? Utah. Okay. Well, that is okay. We'll keep going. Yellow and red, maybe? Is it Maryland ever? Kind of like a white plate. A little bit of a color at the bottom. I'm gonna go Maryland. Cool. We were in Maryland. 1 out of 7 we'll take. Yellow plate. Light yellow? New Jersey? Cool. 2 out of 7. White and then blue. Washington? Amazing. Okay, 3 out of 7. It's going well so far. Kind of a yellow plate. Wide road. This one is like blue with like yellow on the left. I'm thinking maybe Utah. Waiting for it to load. Wyoming. Okay. Did not recognize it that time. That is okay. Back to 0. Blue and white, but not like blue and white gradient. Kind of blue with like white in the middle. No front plates. I don't really know. This is like a Oklahoma maybe? Oh, cool. It was a blue and white Oklahoma plate with a bird. Okay. 1 out of 7. Blue and then white again. Oklahoma again. All right, 2 Oklahomas in a row. 2 out of 7. We'll take that. This feels like Hawaii immediately without even looking at the plates, just like the trees and everything. Interesting car. Okay. I mean, I don't see how I don't go Hawaii here. I don't even really see any of the plates, to be honest. They're kind of like far in the distance, but this one's like vaguely multicolored. I think I'll go Hawaii. I'll go Hilo. Okay, cool. We were in Hawaii, so we'll take that 3 out of 7. The Hawaii license plate is like a rainbow with black text and a white background. So lots of different colors there. Dark yellow plate. New York, maybe? Technically, we were in the right state, so we'll take it. A lot further south, though, near New City, and that's 4 out of 7 in a row. Green. Green. Is it ever purple on the bottom left? I don't know. This is feeling like maybe like Montana. New Mexico. Okay. Forgot about New Mexico plates. Okay, so New Mexico plates are yellow blur or green blur. Okay. So back to 0 to 7, which is okay. Red and white, making me think Massachusetts. Didn't know Massachusetts went up that far, but we were in the right state, so that's 1 out of 7. We'll take that. Green, Vermont. 2 out of 7. Blue on the left. I don't remember this one. Oklahoma? Indiana. Okay, that's okay. 0 out of 7. Interesting tree. No front plate. Okay. Orange at the top left. Maybe I'll go like Washington. I really don't know. Georgia. Okay, I don't think I recognized the Georgia peach in that one, but that is okay. 0 to 7. Blue and white. Blue and white. Blue and white. Illinois. New Hampshire. Oh. Okay, so I guess it was green in the middle. Greenish and white. New Hampshire. All right, 1 out of 7. That is good. Blue, then white. We literally just had is like Indiana. Perfect. Okay, 2 out of 7. I feel like this is it. Purple on the bottom left is Arizona. I feel like this is going to be the run. 3 out of 7. Perfect. That's an interesting car. Okay. Is this Hawaii ever? I think it is just Hawaii without like really seeing the plates because of the car that's visible, but yeah, there's not really clear shots of like the blur and the license plate. They're all kind of far. I think this is just like Hawaii though, so yeah, we'll go near Honolulu. Okay, wrong island, but right state, so we'll take that. That is 4 to 7, Hawaii license plate. Georgia peach or Florida orange, I think, based on the one on the right. Maybe this feels more Georgia than Florida. Perfect. 5 out of 7. We'll definitely take that. Yellow, light yellow plate. This is an interesting plant. The light yellow plates are making me think New Jersey. Alabama. Ugh, I forgot about Alabama. Okay. Alabama, yellow, green, blue. Okay. Blue and white. Illinois. 1 out of 7. Okay. Greenish and white? Red and white. Maybe thinking New Hampshire. Perfect. 2 out of 7. Green in the middle. Oregon. Maybe get one more plate for confirmation. No front plate. No front plate. Vaguely green in the middle. Okay. Okay. We were in the right state. 3 out of 7. Lots of different colors. Green, white, and blue. Red on the border. No front plate here. Delaware plate ever? What is that one? I guess I'll go New Hampshire, but I'm not... Is it Alabama ever? I don't see the yellow though, so I'll go New Hampshire. Colorado. Okay. All right, red and white, I think is Idaho. All right, 1 out of 7. We'll take that for sure. Blue and then yellow. Blue, white, and then yellow. Blue and orange. Dakota? South Dakota? North Dakota! Okay. Red, white, and blue, Idaho. Perfect, 1 out of 7. Green, yellow, green, blue, Alabama. 2 out of 7. That one is like a little glitchy. Red, white, Massachusetts. Perfect, 3 out of 7. No front plate, cool. It'd be nice to see a license plate. Blue, dark blue, and then yellow, Delaware. Perfect, 4 out of 7, okay. Blue and then yellow on the left. Not sure, maybe like Wyoming. Perfect, okay, 5 out of 7. 2 off. That light, is that light yellow ever? Is this New Jersey? Perfect. I was gonna say, like for a second I thought we were in Pennsylvania because it said Philadelphia right there, but that's 6 out of 7. So if we get this last one, then the video ends, hopefully. Reddish, then white, then blue. That one is way too bright. This one's all white. Okay, reddish on the white background. I think this is Massachusetts, and hopefully this is correct. Okay. Woo! Okay, so that's 7 in a row, so that is what we wanted for the video. We're gonna finish this round and then I will do my little outro thing. But we hit our goal, so we love that. Are there any license plates visible? Okay, here. Georgia peach or Florida orange? It is. Feeling like it's Georgia. All right, perfect. Okay, that's 8 out of 10 in a row. Blue, white, and then yellow on the bottom. Which one is it? I think that might be like North Dakota. All right, nope, it was Nevada. So it looks like we ended on 8 out of 10 there. So we got that last round wrong, but that is okay because we got our goal of getting 7 in a row. So we'll definitely take that. And that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me playing on the USA license plate meta map in GeoGuessr. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. Also tell me how you did and if you know all of your USA license plates when they're blurred and if that's something you look for a lot when you're playing moving in GeoGuessr. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and have a great day.